Jack takes a ring out of his pocket. He is about to propose to Emma, his childhood friend. But then Emma says, "Let me be your mom instead." Hearing this, Jack thinks Emma is joking. Emma says, "No, I mean it." Emma's unusually serious expression completely shatters Jack's world. From this moment on, Jack stares at the girl he has had a crush on for over 10 years. Childhood memories flood his mind. Suddenly Jack realizes that all this time Emma's attention was never really on him. Instead, she was looking at his father, Tom. Jack thinks, "I wanted to be your husband, but you just want to be my mom." This sudden and absurd confession hits Jack like a hammer. It shakes his whole world. Jack can't handle this sudden change. He runs home in panic. The next morning, Tom sees Jack still in bed and starts nagging at him. He has no idea what emotional storm his son is going through. Jack says, "Leave me alone." They go out for a run, but as soon as they step outside, they see Emma as usual, bringing them warm milk with love. But this time is different. Jack realizes he's actually the third wheel here. Jack walks away speechless. Tom thinks the young couple just had a small fight. He kindly tries to help them make up. Tom notices something dirty on Emma's hair. He naturally reaches out to clean it for her. This used to be completely normal behavior, but now Jack sees it differently. The two of them look too close for comfort. Then Tom tilts his head back and drinks all the milk at once. This simple act makes Emma act like a fangirl. Emma keeps cheering for him. Emma says, "Wow, Tom, you're amazing." It's magical every time. Seeing Emma admire his dad so much, Jack thinks to himself, it's just drinking milk. Why make such a big deal? To prove he's just as good as his dad, Jack grabs milk and pours it straight into his mouth. He even throws the box away dramatically. He's never drunk milk like this before, but he ends up coughing and looking silly. Emma notices something's wrong and runs after Jack. But Jack doesn't want to talk to her. He's afraid of getting more shocked. But Emma keeps following him, saying she needs to discuss something important. With strong determination, Emma finally catches up with Jack as expected. Emma says honestly, Tom isn't getting any younger. In a few years his health might start declining, so she plans to marry Tom next year. Then they can have a baby together. She wants Jack to help take care of it. After all, it's not good if Tom gets too old. Jack says, "Not good. If you know it's not good, why do it?" Emma says, "Loving someone isn't wrong." Jack says, "That's not love." Jack's worldview shatters again, his face twisting in shock. He looks pained. Jack can't understand how can the same mouth that once spoke kindly now say such cold, hurtful words. Jack is completely confused. Why would he lose to an older man like Tom? Before Jack can react, Emma starts making her move. She waits for Tom at his front door, but Tom isn't home yet. When Jack arrives, Emma casually unlocks the door and enters. She looks at a photo of father and son. Emma stands in the middle. She imagines herself as the mom in the photo one day. Then she starts doing chores like a future mom would. She cleans the house carefully. She even drags a reluctant Jack to the supermarket to buy food. She says she'll cook something nice for him at the supermarket. Jack asks Emma, who is repeating a school year, why she doesn't plan to go to college. Emma replies, "Would you want your mom to go to college?" This makes Jack feel upset again. Jack thinks, why does she keep bringing this up? Jack can't help but ask Emma why she likes his dad. Emma lists many small but thoughtful things about Tom. Emma says, "Uncle Tom hasn't changed at all over the years. He always looks the same." Jack says, "People who look old always do." Emma says, "When Uncle Tom hangs clothes, he doesn't just do it carelessly. He shakes them 3 times. It looks really nice. He's also very careful when washing dishes. He uses baking soda." Jack says, "That's just being obsessive." Hearing Jack criticize her perfect uncle, Emma almost loses her temper. She asks if he's ever met someone who makes him feel like they glow. Just then the lights behind them turn on. Jack says, "I have." Emma believes Tom is the one who makes her feel like she's glowing. She says chasing him is her way of not wasting her life. This strange logic makes Jack think Emma is crazy. Jack says he'll take her to the hospital right away, but Emma insists it's true love, with no other choice. Jack threatens to tell her father about this. That evening, Tom is doing laundry. Jack can't help comparing things. Finally, he gives in and asks Tom why Emma visited him today. Tom casually says Emma wants to learn wrestling to lose weight. Jack gets upset. He says Emma's already skinny like a monkey plus. She's known as the weird, crazy girl at school. She mustn't learn wrestling. But Tom disagrees. He says Jack shouldn't talk about friends like that. They're talking's badly again. The next day, Emma comes to Tom's wrestling gym pretending she wants to lose weight. Emma starts warming up by herself. As she stretches, the boys training nearby can't stop staring. They wonder when such a pretty girl joined the gym. All try to impress Emma. Soon Tom arrives. Training begins to stop the boys from staring at Emma. Tom quickly throws his jacket to her. But this protective gesture, but Emma misunderstands it as Tom caring for her. Tom doesn't know Emma's real reason for coming here. It's just a normal wrestling lesson. But Emma takes it too far. She rushes forward and hugs Tom's waist tightly. Her behavior is very inappropriate. Tom feels extremely awkward. Tom says, "You don't need to hug so tight. Come here. Take it slow." Jack can't stand watching anymore. He offers to train Emma himself. But Emma won't give up her chance to get close to Tom. She seizes every moment to cling to him. It seems Emma is determined to keep her stubborn idea. She won't change her mind. Jack doesn't give up either. He pulls Emma away again and again. Slowly Emma starts to notice something's wrong. She grabs Jack and asks him, "Why do you keep ruining my so-called happiness?" Jack says, "What's wrong with a son helping his dad?" Jack doesn't mean it, but his excuse is hard to argue with. Still, it doesn't stop Emma's stubborn actions. Love really is blind. Emma even adores Tom's manly shoes. When Jack sees this, he angrily slams a punching bag to the ground. But at this moment Emma and Tom are alone in the room. Emma hugs Tom tightly from behind. She refuses to let go. Facing this sudden and awkward love, Tom feels helpless and tries to push her away. He throws Emma to the ground. When Tom helps her up, their faces are very close. Emma looks at the handsome Tom. Tom looks back at Emma. Emma can't control her feelings anymore. She pushes Tom down just as something private is about to happen. Jack watches angrily from outside the window. He yells and runs inside. "Hey, why is this guy shouting everywhere?" It turns out Jack was just imagining things. He sighs in relief. The next day Tom goes on a blind date. His date is named Anna. She's a doctor. She looks very elegant. She likes Tom at first sight. Before Tom can say anything, she talks nonstop for half an hour. Worried her son won't take initiative, but Tom's mom calls to remind him. "How's it going, what?" Tom's mom asks, "Is the girl nice?" But Tom pretends. "What? You got hit by a car." Okay, I'm coming right now." Anna freezes when she hears this. She thinks, this can't be real. She worries she's being dumped already. Tom only came on this date because his mom forced him. After a few polite words he makes an excuse and leaves back home. His mom gets really angry. To avoid dating, Tom lied that his mom was hit by a car. She scolds him harshly. "What a wonderful son you are." Grandma wants Tom to find a new wife soon, but Tom refuses completely. Though Jack's mom passed away years ago, Tom only wants to train Jack to become a top wrestler now. As for remarriage, he never even thinks about it. Seeing Tom stubbornly refuse to date, Jack quickly stirs up trouble with Grandma. Grandma says, "I won't leave until you get a girlfriend. Your choice." Jack feels much better. If he can't win Emma over, he'll just marry off his dad first. "Eager to be my stepmom, huh? Let's see who you'll marry next year." When Emma hears Tom went on a blind date, she quickly asks Jack what type of women Tom likes. Jack gets really angry when he hears this. Without thinking, he tells her the exact opposite of Tom's preferences. The next day Emma dresses up exactly as Jack described and appears before Tom in her new look. Tom says, "Aren't you hot?" Seeing Tom's reaction, Emma realizes Jack tricked her. She quickly changes back to her usual style. Tom says, "Oh, was that a wig? You look better with long hair." To stop Emma from becoming his stepmom, Jack takes her to visit his late mother's grave. He shows her his mom's old videos where she talks about how Tom even gave up a chance to join the national team for her. The message is clear. Mom's death left a wound in Tom's heart that will never heal. So Dad will never love another woman. Seeing Emma's teary eyes, Jack thinks his plan worked. She'll give up now. But surprisingly Emma becomes even more determined to marry Tom. "You and your dad must feel so lonely without her. Let me fill the emptiness in his heart." What she is determined to fulfill Jack's mom's last wish. She wants Jack to feel a mother's love again and help Tom fill the void in his heart. This makes Jack even sadder, but somehow this only makes Emma more determined to become Tom's wife. The next evening Emma dresses up nicely to pick Tom up from work. They talk and laugh happily together. Emma's feelings for Tom grow stronger. When they reach the stairs the lights suddenly dim. Emma takes Tom by surprise. She kisses him and confesses her love. Tom's world turns upside down. He realizes Emma, Jack's childhood friend, likes him since he's watched Emma grow up. Tom hides his shock and discomfort. He doesn't make a scene all this time. Tom only saw Emma as a future daughter-in-law. He never had any romantic thoughts about her besides their big age difference. Tom remembers Emma is his good friend's daughter. He knows he's in trouble now. How will he face his son about this? Emma doesn't care how Tom feels. She follows him closely. Emma pours out all the feelings she's kept inside for years. Tom clearly rejects this inappropriate relationship. He thinks Emma is just confused right now. He quickly acts like a strict adult. He seriously talks to her. He wants to guide her back to the right path. He hopes things won't be awkward when they meet later. Otherwise things would get even weirder. But the next day Emma still brings milk for Tom and Jack, as usual. This time Tom finally notices the little heart drawn on the milk carton. He quickly makes an excuse to leave. But Emma tries her old trick again. She follows him closely. This time Tom doesn't let her. He directly gives her a shoulder throw. Oops, sorry. Seeing them struggle like this, Jack realizes Emma must have confessed to his dad. His heart breaks. But Emma is still happily in love. Emma says, so cool. She even laughs at Tom's bad jokes. Tom asks, what's the sexiest vegetable? It's a mushroom. Emma repeats, mushroom, sexy vegetable, mushroom. Do you know why? Mushrooms are sexy vegetables. Seeing Jack so upset, Tom decides to take action. He makes Emma leave the wrestling club. Then he contacts his former blind date, Anna. He hopes Anna will pretend to be his girlfriend. Meanwhile, Emma secretly watches Tom on his blind date. When Anna hears Tom agreed to the date just to reject a younger girl, she gets super excited. Her gossip-loving heart burns with curiosity. Anna quickly asks why Tom wants to reject that girl. Is she crazier than me? Tom hesitates for a moment before telling the truth. She's my son's friend. Anna says, wow, this is so interesting. This is really, really interesting. I'll definitely help you with this. Tom says, I knew you'd help me. This isn't fun for me. Anna asks, so should we sleep together? I mean, should we have sex? I need to know what we're doing to prepare. This sudden, bold question almost makes Tom fall over. He never thought so many women would chase an old man like him facing Anna's advances. Tom feels helpless, but agrees anyway to make Emma give up. Seeing Tom laughing happily on his date, Emma feels extremely sad. She drinks until she's completely drunk and stumbles to a wedding dress shop window. She stares at the beautiful dresses inside. She stares at the beautiful wedding dress and daydreams. Her heart flutters with love. Emma says, Tom would look so handsome in that. If I close my eyes, I can see how Tom walks, how he turns to listen when I speak, and how his gums show when he smiles. These images won't leave my mind. Though Tom made Emma quit the wrestling club, his relationship with Jack doesn't improve. Jack blames everything on Tom. Jack says, aren't you ashamed? Just stop it already. Hearing this from his son, Tom feels terrible, but he can't tell anyone else about this. He tries talking to Jack again. He asks Jack to share all his frustrations. Jack thinks for a while, then finally shares his years of built-up anger. He says he doesn't want to join the training camp or compete. This hits Tom's weak spot. Tom gave up his chance to join the national team long ago. Now he puts all his hopes on Jack. He saves money and borrows from others, just hoping Jack can win the gold medal for him. He wants Jack to fulfill his lifelong dream. Tom says, don't you know how important this training is? Jack says, Dad, don't you want to really talk with me? But Jack is just saying this. He still packs his bags and prepares for the training camp. Jack says, don't cause trouble while I'm away. Take care of the house. Be careful with things bought outside. Be careful when walking home alone after drinking, and be careful with women too. Tom says, huh? Jack says, yeah. Tom says, okay. But on the second day after Jack leaves, Tom gets acute appendicitis from eating old food. To save money, he falls to the floor struggling to call for help. But no one is home at this time. In desperation, he grabs a vacuum cleaner to hit the wall, trying to get Ben's attention upstairs. But Ben is practicing guitar and singing and gets angry at the noise below. Ben says, that brat. Isn't Jack supposed to be away? Why is he cleaning at this hour? Luckily, Emma next door notices something wrong. She quickly runs downstairs and finds Tom lying on the floor. She calls an ambulance to take him to the hospital. While unconscious, Tom sees his long-dead wife visiting him. She scolds him right away for putting leftovers on the windowsill. Tom says, but you always said food tastes bad if kept in the fridge. You said it must go on the windowsill. That's why I copied what you did. What else could I do? His wife says, no, honey, that's not okay. In summer food goes bad easily like that. As they talk, his wife notices Tom's big belly. She realizes so much time has passed that young Tom has become old Tom. She misses how confident and full of energy he used to be. She asks, how's Jack doing? Tom only replies, Jack's dream is my dream now. That's how it is. His wife says, honey, Jack is all grown up. You've worked so hard all these years. Now go find your own life. Tom says, my life, my life. At this point in the dream, tears start rolling down Tom's face. When he wakes up again, he sees Emma has been taking care of him all night, but he feels a little awkward. The grandma in the next bed misunderstands their relationship and keeps teasing them about being such a sweet couple. This makes Emma very happy inside. Being shy, she lowers her head and quickly leaves with a towel to hide. But just at this moment, Tom's blind date, Anna, walks in. She heard Tom was in the hospital, so she came to visit him. Anna says it's not serious, right? Tom asks, do you work here? Anna says no, I just dressed like this looks good, right? The two aunties nearby are shocked by this. Anna says she's his real girlfriend. This makes the aunties even more excited. They can't wait to see what happens when Emma comes back. Sure enough, when Emma returns, she sees Anna being all lovey-dovey with Tom. Emma's face turns green with anger. Seeing Emma return, Anna directly claims her territory. Anna says, Emma, just put that down and leave. Emma says, no need. I'm here now, you can go, auntie. The aunties say, oh, Emma likes Tom, looks like someone's jealous. Emma says, yes, I like him. Auntie, hearing Emma call her auntie, Anna isn't angry. She says Emma's only advantage is being young, while she has many more qualities. That's why Tom prefers her. Emma doesn't back down. She says she understands Tom's loneliness better. They keep arguing. The situation is getting out of control. Then Tom suddenly farts. This breaks the tension. Emma, stop talking. Why don't you understand? Soon Tom leaves the hospital. He becomes his energetic self again. One night, while watching TV, the power goes out. Strange noises come from upstairs. Tom quickly goes to check. He finds Emma fell on the stairs during the blackout. Emma is home alone, so Tom stays to take care of her. Emma gathers all the glowing things in the house. The room becomes brighter after a long silence. Tom finally shares his true feelings. Kid, listen, I hope you find what truly makes you happy, really like chasing your own dreams. Emma says, when I was lost, you were the one who guided me. When I needed help the most, you were the one who appeared. Isn't happiness what dreams are about? That's why my dream became you. I do this because I want to be happy. Emma's words unexpectedly remind Tom of his own dreams. Tom remembers how he fought hard in the wrestling ring for his dreams. He feels deeply nostalgic. This conversation makes Tom really think about his life. So he trains hard every day. What he wants back isn't his young looks, but the passion he had for his dreams. His friend sees Tom's fighting spirit and jokes about him wearing a hat while working out, trying to look younger, not trying to look younger. So when Jack went to training camp, you took his hat to wear, just wearing it for fun. His friend suddenly gets emotional. He says everyone around him has grown, even his own dad, from controlling every part of his life to finally letting go, respecting the life he wants to live. Just be happy and live however you want, as long as you're healthy. But your dad is really cool. It's not easy for someone his age to accept that, right? Yeah, I was surprised too. So, bro, you should stop pushing Jack so hard. Tom says I'm not. Friend says, bro, Jack has been watching your mood since childhood while learning wrestling. It's sad to see. Tom says what mood he wrestles because he likes it. Is that true? Of course. But during training camp, the coach's careless words upset Jack. Coach says, at least do it for your dad. Jack says, why should I? After this, Jack loses focus in training. In the next match, he's distracted. His opponent takes advantage. He loses the match. After the match, the coach comforts Jack in the locker room. He tells him not to worry, treat it as practice for the qualifiers. But Tom sees Jack throwing away his old medals while getting water. Tom says, what are you doing, Jack? Jack says, don't you only want gold medals? Tom says, what nonsense are you saying? Suddenly Jack gets angry and storms out. Now Tom realizes how much pressure he's put on Jack. After losing his wife, his son became his whole world. Now his son starts to hate him too. Tom doesn't know how to go on living. Tom says, I don't know how to live anymore. Jack feels the same way. He doesn't know how to live either. Jack has grown up. You raised him well, Tom. Emma hears this from the side. She doesn't know how to comfort Tom. After a while, Ben sees Tom outside the shop. He asks him to come in for a drink, but Tom isn't in the mood. He tells Ben he's going home. Ben sees the heavy rain and asks Tom to take Emma home. Tom tries to refuse, but Ben insists he takes her. This gives them a chance to talk. Emma doesn't want to ruin Tom and Jack's relationship. She opens up about her feelings again. When Emma was 10 years old, Tom once walked her home. She said something like this, I'm 10 and you're 30, right? Okay. When I'm 20, you'll be 40. When I'm 30, you'll be 50. Okay. At 40, you'll be 60. Right. First it's 3 times, okay. Then it's 2 times. Then it becomes 1. 6 times, then 1. 5 times. The gap keeps getting smaller. Isn't that amazing? Tom says, oh wow, you're right. Emma, you're so smart. What do you want to be when you grow up? Little Emma says, I want to marry you when I grow up. Tom says, really? It turns out when she was 10 years old, she already had feelings for Tom. Tom is shocked to hear this. Back then he thought it was just childish talk. He never realized what those words really meant. But now Emma understands the problem. She decides to end these feelings. Emma says, I'm sorry. Tom says, there's nothing to be sorry about. This is how everyone grows up. You grew up and I grew up too. Hey, I think you grew a little taller. Seeing Emma soaked by the rain, Tom casually puts his jacket around her shoulders. Tom comforts Emma, saying she'll find her own happiness. Just then Jack arrives with an umbrella and sees this. This makes Jack misunderstand Tom, and Emma even more angry. Jack becomes unstoppable in the wrestling matches. He defeats all his opponents. Finally, he makes it to the finals. To cheer for Jack and celebrate his success, Emma's family prepares a big dinner. They invite Tom and Jack to their home for dinner. But Jack arrives completely drunk. All his bottled-up feelings come pouring out because of the alcohol. Seeing the young chicken on the table, Jack laughs out loud. Jack says, my dad likes everything young — women, even chickens. Seeing Jack talking nonsense at the table, Tom tries to take him home, but Jack can't hold back anymore. He grabs Emma's mom. Jack says, Auntie. Emma's mom says, Jack says, I love you. He then hugs Emma's mom tightly. Ben thinks Jack is joking and laughs along. He doesn't know what's coming next. Tom quickly pulls Jack away. But Jack turns around and reveals Tom's secret with Emma. Jack says, you can date younger women, but I can't love Auntie. Emma says, stop talking. Do you really want to do this? Jack says, then what about you and my dad? Why do you only think about yourself? Jack says, Uncle, Auntie, do you know? Emma wants to marry my dad. What? Jack says, she wants to be my mom. It's all because of my dad. Tom says, let's go home. No more talking. Jack says, let go to prove he's not lying. Jack grabs Emma's phone. He opens the photo album to show Ben. Emma's phone is full of Tom's photos. Ben learns his best friend Tom might become his son-in-law. He's so shocked he almost faints. He gets very angry. He almost hits Tom. What was supposed to be a nice dinner ends with both families fighting. Jack and his dad stop talking to each other on the day of Jack's final match. Tom can't find Jack anywhere. The match is about to start. Tom asks the coach to delay the match. Then he sees Jack walking in with his head down. Jack looks very upset. He rushes into the ring without a word. He takes out all his anger on his opponent. He wins the first round easily. But Tom notices something is wrong during the break. He tries to talk to Jack. He says, things aren't what Jack thinks. Tom says let's talk after the match. But Jack suddenly loses his temper. Jack and Tom start shouting at each other. Jack says, I never liked this, even once. All the pork you made me eat, I forced myself to swallow it. Tom says what Jack says. Am I just a farm pig to you? Lose weight, gain weight. Lose weight, gain weight. Every time I sweat during training, I imagine putting a gold medal around your neck. Not mine, but yours. Tom says, who told you to live for me? Haven't I done everything for your own good? Get out, go? Actually, Jack never really liked wrestling itself. He just liked practicing with his dad. Jack only trained hard to make his father happy. To fulfill Tom's dream, he forced himself to practice every day. He kept going until now Tom never asked what Jack truly wanted. In the heat of the moment, they start fighting right on the mat. The referee watches in shock. Father and son forget about the match and begin their own wrestling fight. Hearing Jack's words, Tom suddenly remembers. After his wife's accident, he lost all hope in life. Tom didn't know what to live for anymore. Then he sees Jack wrestling with a teddy bear. Tom once asked Jack, Jack, do you like wrestling? Jack says, no, I like Dad more. Tom asks, you like Dad more? Jack says, yeah. Tom says, come here. Jack says, yeah. Is there anything you want to do with Dad? Tell me, I'll do anything for you. Jack says, wrestling. Tom starts teaching Jack how to wrestle. He keeps teaching him until now. But when he hears Jack say he joined the competition just to win a gold medal for him, Tom finally understands the real problem between them. Emma's appearance and that silly misunderstanding were just the trigger. The real reason is that Tom, without realizing it, started caring more about winning and medals than his son's feelings. Thinking about this, Tom figures everything out. He realizes he shouldn't force his own dreams on his son. So Tom lets go of his grip. Jack quickly grabs him and slams him hard onto the mat. As they both fall, their hearts finally feel lighter. The father and son make peace in their own special way. This is how they solve their problems. I'm sorry. Later Tom explains everything that happened to Jack. Jack realizes he wrongly blamed Tom. Feeling guilty, Jack takes Tom's leftovers to eat, but Tom switches them back. My appendix is gone. Leftovers won't hurt me. Eat slowly. I'm young. It's fine for me. After this, the father and son have no more secrets. Emma finally understands her wrong ideas about love didn't bring happiness. They only caused trouble for everyone around her. Finally, she decides to study abroad to find her true path in life. Before leaving, she hopes Jack will find the right person for him. In the end, Tom stops chasing that impossible gold medal. He starts living for himself. He begins his life again. He travels around the world. Sometimes he goes on dates with Anna. They talk about life. Someone tells Anna about Tom's favorite type. She dresses as a short-haired girl with glasses. She says a man keeps bothering her lately. So she wants to use Tom to get rid of that man. Just like how Tom used her to avoid Emma, she plans to take advantage of Tom too. But Tom soon realizes something is wrong. She's clearly flirting with him. So Tom uses his old trick again. Hey, why did you get hit by a car again now? Then I'm coming too. Meanwhile, Jack finally steps onto the wrestling mat just for passion, not because of his father's expectations. He fights for himself. Tom's mom arrives late. Finally realizing what happened, she goes to Emma's house to apologize to her dad, Ben. Tom's mom says, I'm sorry, my son caused you trouble. Ben replies, it's fine, we didn't agree anyway. Tom's mom adds, please don't say yes to him. Ben says, okay, of course. Stop talking and come inside. Ugh, I'm starving. What are you doing? Come in. Tom's mom says, sorry about my kid. Ben replies, it's fine, we didn't agree. Luckily, nothing bad happened. The two families make up and become friends again. They sit together for a meal, like before. Everyone lets go of the past. Merry Christmas. You scared me. This starts a 20-year cycle of the father and son's shared dream. But another wrestling match ends this control disguised as love. In this story, the strangest part isn't that a childhood friend wants to be your mom. It's that childhood promise, forgotten for 20 years. No, I like Dad more. One is a father forcing his late wife's dream onto his son. The other is a son wearing a mask of obedience, struggling under his father's expectations. They live under the same roof, but become the loneliest strangers to each other. That out-of-control wrestling moment is less of a fight and more like a hug. 20 years overdue. What Jack shouts is years of bottled-up pain. What Tom lets go of is the dream he forced on his son for years. When Tom finally stops resisting and gets pinned hard by his son, Tom loses the obsession that trapped 2 generations. But what Tom gains back is the son he thought he'd lost. This might be the film's gentlest lesson for us. Don't let your great love become your child's heaviest chain, because sometimes what children want isn't the whole world, they just want the real you.